Hi, everyone. Hi. I'm just so excited today, guys. I have a very important guest to me. Her name is Angela Jiao, and we're going to be working together. But before that, guys, welcome to Girls for STEM. Welcome to my channel, guys. I really do appreciate you coming to this channel. And today we're going to really enjoy and learn a lot. So before we do anything, I would like Angela to introduce herself.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Angela. I am a senior at Limbrook High School in San Jose, California. I'm really interested in STEM. In particular, I've been studying a lot of biology and chemistry, and in the future, I want to become a doctor. Yeah, so I also really want to inspire other people, especially girls, to get into STEM just like me, because I feel like this is a very rewarding field, and I think everybody should have the opportunity to explore it properly.
Yes, yes. And guys, remember, on this platform, we are here to acknowledge other scientists who are pursuing science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And these include engineers, it includes scientists, particularly healthcare professionals. So we are here to encourage girls pursue STEM, and particularly this platform, as I mentioned earlier, is to also encourage the girls to expose them to endeavors, projects, science, things like that. So we are so glad to have Angela here. She's going to tell us more about her passion. So, Angela, how did the passion start about STEM? If you can just share with my viewers.
Yeah, so for me, it was a lot of natural curiosity. So it started mostly when I was just going around toy stores. These usually have sections with fun little science kits, and I'd usually just like go straight there and like look at the slime or like the crystal growing. Also, I was really into the microscope.
Yes.
So I found some like kind of kid-friendly microscopes, and I started playing around with those. Yeah, so it started a lot from kind of like play and like toys,
Yes.
and I'm really thankful to my parents for helping to nurture that.
Yes.
So they encouraged me. They bought me these toys, and they inspired me to really just keep going with this passion. And after that, as I started like actually getting more into science and learning more deeply, when I got to middle school, I joined the school science Olympiad team. So that's a competition where we work in partners, and we essentially take tests on certain subjects of science, and we compete with other teams in our region and state. So for that, I really found a community for myself.
Yes.
Yeah, so because we all work in partners, I got especially close to the other students I was studying with. I got to learn really like specific topics like ornithology and specific parts of anatomy. So here, I think it was a lot more. It was like really interesting, specifically. It didn't really feel like a chore I had to do because I could really just like kind of talk with my friends and just like have fun exploring this topic. And that kind of just like got got me really into it. And throughout the years, I've just continued doing that. I've studied for other competitions, and yeah, so that brought me to where I am now. I'm just super into all forms of science.
Wow, that's so interesting. So, what do you intend to study? What are you really interested in? What would you like to study? Your career exactly into STEM. What are you thinking of?
Yeah, so I mentioned I want to become a doctor and go into the medical field. So
Yes.
like so far I haven't really decided on a specific specialty. I'm kind of interested in surgery right now because it's really like hands-on, and
Yes.
I can like instantly like see results and like fix something. So I really
Yes.
like that part of it. I think this interest really came from my study of anatomy in Science Olympiad, like I mentioned earlier. Like I
Yes.
started that in sixth grade, and every year it's just been some different human body systems. So I've gone like a pretty like broad um, study of this subject, and I found that I really like it.
Wow, wow, that's so interesting. I'm just so excited to be interviewing you, especially that you are one of the people that are going in medical professional and part of STEM as well, actually. And also, you are the president of, or you've been a president. So can you talk about that as a leader in your career pursuing STEM as at the moment?
Yeah. So, um, okay. So one part of this is at school. I'm the president of my school Science Olympiad Club this year. Yeah. So I've said as I've said earlier, I've just been like really part of Science Olympiad as a community, and from that and from leading that, I've had some leadership experience there over the years as well. I really get to see like other kids also just get super interested in STEM just like me. And now that I'm a senior and I can see like the younger kids coming in, I really want to like foster a nurturing environment for them to continue pursuing this interest. And also, I started leading a project to more specifically, more directly introduce them to younger kids. So this project I'm calling Science in a Bag. So here I'm creating science kits out of household items and just donating them to various partner organizations. And I've been giving and these kits have been given to the young students there. And I've been working with a team to help teach these experiments uh, to the kids using these science kits. So yeah, I have one with me here. I can
Yes,
share it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Wow. We can't wait. You guys, Angela is going to be showing us, some kits and some projects that she's going to be working on. She's going to be showing how, you can utilize these resources. We're very privileged to have her as a person of STEM who can be showcasing these ideas to us. So parents, young kids, please come out and hear Angela, show us these kind of projects. It's very important to be able to use our mind, our curiosity, as well as just the resources around us. So I'll let you, Angela, continue. Yes, please.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I can just show a little bit of what's inside this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Feel free. Go ahead and do, what you want to show us. I'm sure my viewers will be very, very pleased, guys. So, guys, make sure you bring your kids, bring your grandkids, nieces, so, they can see how scientists think, how they, process things, and how they combine things together, how they can build that curiosity together so that they can make something, or they can, just create that curiousness in their mind. Yeah. So go ahead, Angela.
Yeah. All right. So you can see, this is just a plastic bag with a bunch of like random school supplies, other household materials. So as you can see, there's like an index card. Oh, yeah. Markers, pencils, food coloring, and the stuff I took out. We have coffee filter, a bowl, paper plate, cups, Q-tips, straw. So these are all like super like basic materials. They're pretty easy to find and they're generally pretty cheap as well. So um, and all this combination of materials can be used to perform a variety of different science experiments, ranging covering all areas of science basically. So chemistry, physics, biology. Yeah, just these simple materials, and that's kind of like one of the messages I really wanted to show. Like, science is around you, science is accessible. You can just use stuff like this, um, like a cup, a straw, some water, and then you can learn refraction. Like, there's so much to learn, and you just need to be curious about it. So through my project, I kind of want to just show like other kids that this is a thing that you can use materials like this to learn science. And hopefully, after the sessions, when the kids are at home, they can look for materials on their own. They can share to their friends. They can talk to their parents about it. And hopefully, we can spread the message that STEM is interesting, fun, and accessible.
Wow, that's really interesting. And you know what? I always tell my viewers and those people that come to my channel, I said, STEM is all around us. We can look in the house, we can look outside, and it's all around us. If we just pay attention to certain details, we can see those that STEM is around us. So Angela, are you going to show us something using those tools that you have? Are you going to show us anything that we can do with some of those tools that you have? Are you going to showcase today, or what do you think?
Oh yeah, today I'm not prepared for that yet, so that
Yes,
will be in the future. I can
yes.
just show I can just mock some
Yeah,
experiments
sure,
that could be done. So for
sure.
example, if I have this coffee filter, it's a little hard to see. If I can draw circles on it with colored markers,
Hmm.
and then if I fold it up, and then fill this cup with water, put the coffee filter inside, and touch the tip of the filter to the surface of the water and let it sit. The water is going to go up the filter and it's going to carry the colors from the markers all the way up. And you can separate the different pigments inside the marker ink, and it ends up looking really pretty. So I'm hoping maybe I can actually do a demo of this sometime in the
Yes.
future and everyone can see what it looks like.
Oh my God. I think we can't wait. We can't wait. Guys, we need to make sure we can see how she's going to showcase this. That will really create or spark that interest for kids. So bring out the kids, bring out your nieces, just bring them out. I think they will really, really enjoy. We'll have a lot of fun, when Angela can show us all these, activities, projects that can be done. And sometimes we think like STEM, we have to go buy expensive stuff. And then sometimes we think we can't participate into STEM because we don't have enough money to buy all these gadgets for us to work with. But that's not the case. As you can see, Angela has compiled some gadgets, little materials that are very simple to create or to acquire, and she can make a lot of science that just um, help us to think, especially for the kids and all that stuff. Wow, that's very interesting, Angela. And we really can't wait for that time when you can showcase us. And today, guys, she just wants to come and tell us that, she'll be able to be showcasing these projects, and we'll be able to watch her live, or maybe wherever they are working with. That would be really, really interesting. Yeah. So, Angela, I still have some more questions. So, I just want also to ask, for example, when you were growing up, how did your parents talk about being a doctor on the table, or doing medicine, or where did you pick this up from? Just to share with my viewers.
Yeah, I feel like my parents were always super supportive of me. So when I first got into learning anatomy and physiology, like learning about the human body, my parents really thought that it was a good interest. And when I said that maybe I want to become a doctor in the future, they were like, okay, yeah, you can do that. And here's what you can do to help you go onto that path. So then after that, they encouraged me to participate in other science competitions and then look into research. So this whole time, they've just been supporting me through what I like. They haven't been trying to change my focus. They feel like this is a very good dream to have, and they know that even though this is a tough thing to pursue, there's a lot of years of school, and it'll be really late until I can finally start working. But they know that this is what I really want, and so they've really helped me with that.
Wow. And on this show, actually, we're going to have a lot of doctors who's going to be coming on our show. I think in the next 2 weeks, we're going to have some doctors so we can see and ask questions. So since we're on that topic, so what challenges do you have that you may share with our viewers, so that, because some kids think, oh, it's very tough, I can't do it, but we have you who's pursuing STEM. So what challenges have you had trying to stay in this career or in this field? Right now, you're just at your high school level, right? And so what would you share with our viewers, what challenges you may have?
Yeah, so challenges mostly would be trying to fit into the community of people interested in STEM. Like there
Yes.
aren't a lot of girls there for one. So when I was going to the tryouts for my science Olympiad team, there were very few girls. And then afterwards, when the teams were selected, there were even fewer girls.
Yes.
So I kind of like my own friends, they weren't really into the same things. They didn't really want to try out or join the team. So at first I was kind of like, like what do I do? I don't really know anyone here. They're all boys. I like felt kind of weird. But then afterwards, I think it's been like after I got to know everyone and like really gotten into this field, I think this has like I've kind of gotten over this. Like these all these boys have also become my friends. And once I really like have once I really started getting into the material, it felt less about like who I was around and it was more about my connection with the material. So I started caring less about like whether or not I fit in and caring more about what I was interested in and what I wanted to pursue in the future.
Wow, it's true. And I felt the same way. Sometimes you feel like, there's that conscience that tells you, oh, you're the only one. But after that, when you push through it, you find that you now start paying attention to do the work instead of really thinking about, oh, I am the only one, because that just brings you low morale when you start thinking about, of course, you are the only one, but the boys, they're not thinking that, oh, she's the only girl, they're paying attention to the work, they're paying attention to you know pursuing the career. And then if you get into that point where you're just saying, oh, I'm only girl, I'm the only girl, so that can actually disturb you. But it's true, I experienced the same thing. When I focused on just doing the work, I felt comfortable, and I didn't even see that there's a girl here. There's a boy, there are boys here. I just felt like we are just doing this for the common goal. And I still experience that even where I'm working right now. I work for space systems, space missions, and most of the time I'm the only one. But I have to get off that thought of saying, "Oh, I'm the only girl, I'm the only girl," but to mostly focus on the work that's being done, and that's the most important thing that mostly we should pay attention to. So, my other question is: so, what would you say to other kids that are growing up, especially your age, in encouraging girls to pursue STEM, especially that you are also trying to encourage girls to pursue STEM? So, could you talk more about that, because that's your passion, just like me?
Yeah, so one thing I would say to everyone is to stay curious, because science really comes from kind of a childlike curiosity. So when you're a kid and you look up at the sky, you're like, why is it blue? And then if you go deeper into that, that's just science. Like you look around and see what's going on and you try to explain it, you ask why, and then that's really just science. So I just want everyone to hold on to that. Don't get caught up in like um, more like direct things. Like once schoolwork piles on and all that stuff, like you start to lose kind of that sense of curiosity. So in terms of STEM, I really think this is something to hold on to. Like imagination is always great. To stay like a kid. Also, another thing is to look around you for resources. Like STEM it can seem like really hard to approach. You might think it's like high tech and then it's really complicated. It's not really related to like your life. Like, for example, I know in terms of biology, like if you're learning about a cell and all the tiny organelles and what they all do, you're like, what does this have to do with me? Like, like I can't use this information, but like kind of just think about it, because cells are what make up like people, make up you. Like they really are like important to like everything that's going on. And if you just think about it like as an explanation for why things are happening instead of just a fact you have to memorize, I think that will really help you understand the beauty of this field. Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting, and that's true. And the other part I would like you to talk about is, what would you say to kids that are growing to disadvantaged countries, disadvantages environment, even here in United States? There are places that don't have so many resources compared to other places, and especially that your passion is also to try and encourage girls pursue STEM, and you could organize this material. So, could you speak more about that?
Yeah, so the big thing here would just be to make the most of your environment and your resources. Like, no matter where you are, there's going to be at least one person who has the same interests as you. You can look around for professionals and ask what they've done so far, how they've gotten to where they are now. So even if your like the friends right around you may not necessarily be interested in the same things as you are, if you just look a teeny bit farther, there's bound to be someone with the same mindset as you. And also for just like resources in general, um, yeah, that kind of goes back to my project. So science really doesn't have to be anything super complex. You can have a cup, a coffee filter, markers. These are pretty accessible to most people, and like they're materials you would use in your daily life anyways. So you can just take those and make use of those and learn like why stuff happens just using these simple materials. And then you can see that STEM is everywhere, and it's not it's not going to be so scary and hard to approach. Um, yeah, if you think about STEM as just like a childlike curiosity and like an explanation for why, and you can look around and find people who have the same interests as you, then maybe that's what you need just to keep going and pursue what you want to pursue, and not let your environment define who you become.
Wow, that's really true. Thank you so much, Angela. And the other question is, what drives you? Because I see, you've had so many competitions. You are still pursuing STEM. You want to be a doctor, and you are also trying to help how kids can, organize materials for them to practice STEM or to be curious. So, what really drives you?
For me, I think it's a lot of that curiosity, and I like for me it's just a lot of interest in the material. Like when I learn one thing, I read a line in a textbook, I want to go deeper, I want to know more, and then that just like goes on from there. So, yeah, like throughout my studies, I found that it's not like STEM isn't just like a limited thing that you study and you finish studying and then you're done. Like there are so many different like fields. For example, in anatomy and physiology, the human body itself, there are so many human body systems. They all work so differently, and then you can go even deeper to the cellular level. And then if you go farther, then it turns into chemistry between molecules. And then you go further, and then it can become like physics, quantum physics. There's like everything's connected. There's so much to learn. And also like for research, like science is an ever expanding field. Like it doesn't just end where it ends right now. Research is what takes it into the future and takes and like what brings in new advancements. So like I guess my answer would be like my like interest and my desire to go further and learn more is what's really kept me going.
Wow, that's so interesting. So I'm going to talk about the benefits of STEM. So Wallace, do you think about benefits of STEM as well? So I always want to tell people that STEM it's a very lucrative career, guys, and that's why you should pursue it. That's one of the benefits. Number two, STEM also helps you. It unlocks the future economy, and it creates so many skills around us such that you can never lack to work in any field that you want to do. And also, when you are in STEM, once you have that career, I mean, it changes your world, it changes your life, it changes your understanding about the world. What are some of the benefits of STEM, Angela? What do you think?
Yeah, so I really agree with what you said about the future. Like STEM is what carries us into the future, like all those new technology advancements. Like previously we didn't even have internet. We didn't even have computers like to do
Yes.
what we're doing right now. And that
No.
STEM is the reason why we have that now. So it's really like useful for just like moving everyone forward. And also like in terms of like my own career path, like becoming a doctor, this
Yes.
is like directly related to like humans, like their well-being. um, yeah, this field is really important for just keeping everyone healthy and safe. And yeah, I really think that STEM has so many uses. It's really going to take us far in the future. It's not just limited to what we are where we're at right now.
Wow, that's excellent. You nailed it. It unlocks our future, our health. You know, we are in this era of COVID. Guess what actually saved us? Guess what brought us to where we are right now? It's science and research. And during research, that's when those scientists, doctors unlocked the the vaccine for us to be using. I know some of them are still contemplating whether to take or to take it, but guys, I'm for vaccines. So take it. Science is powerful. You know, we've been privileged to be given the knowledge about science and to do research. So it's amazing. And Angela, thank you so much. I can't wait to have you again here, my viewers, to see what more we're going to do. I really, really do appreciate. And guys, we've come to the end of the show, this show. And thank you, Angela. We can't wait to have you and see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.